Welcome to the Patreon exclusive show brought to you by the Back Asswards podcast.
The Wednesday phenomenon. Hello.
We are the Back Asswards boys. I'm Arden. I use he, him pronouns. And joining me from our beautiful Utah studio is my good friend, Kyle.
Hello, I'm Kyle. I use he, they pronouns, and it is so good to be here.
Yes, and it is time for your Wednesday phenomenon, folks. And tonight, Kyle and I are going to be doing another one of our favorite things to do on the show, a watch party episode. And we are returning to a franchise that we both love, the Saw franchise, with Saw, the first one.
Yes, this is technically our second. This is a return to the series.
It's true.
But we are calling this the beginning of our full deep dive into the entirety of the Saw franchise, something that Arden and I have talked about really since we started doing these film reviews.
Yes.
And it's something that I'm super excited to start. It's a wild first step for sure. And we figured it was honestly a really good time to kind of reformat how we do our film reviews a little bit here on the show. So it's going to be a different vibe, different format than what you're used to from us as far as these reviews go. So we're trying some new things. We'll see what sticks. But yeah, we're super excited about it.
I'm super excited to get into the stuff that we're going to talk about tonight, folks. But before we do that, Kyle has a very special gift. Kyle would like to
play a game. I'd like to play a game and read you a single word from the good book. Transformation, the Breakthrough by Whitley Strieber.
Hey, let's go. Okay, Whitley Strieber.
Yes. Your activation word this week, talisman.
T as in Terry, talisman.
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 Go do what you were born to do.
What you know you were born to do. And now it is time for something else that is exclusive on the Wednesday phenomenon, folks, and that is our icebreakers. And Kyle, I perused once again the Would You Rather subreddit, and I found one that was kind of interesting. I wanted to ask you this question. Would you rather have a fork that sanitizes anything eaten with it? It filters out junk, it keeps the same taste, it's non-allergenic, there's no poison, disorder prevention, etc. Right? Or would you rather have a blanket that makes you very comfortable in any spot and position, no health issues, temperature awareness, or self-cleaning?
You know, I think living in the first world as I do, I think I have to go with the blanket.
A blanket?
Yeah, food contamination really isn't nearly as much of a concern for me.
That is true.
You know, and I feel like even with the fork, I couldn't get past the fact that I'm eating 2-week-old beef. You know what I mean? Like,
I feel like the blanket is a dangerous game a little bit.
Yeah.
I feel like I might get couch potatoed into existence with that blanket.
You know, maybe a couple of times, but once I finally get caught up on my sleep, thanks to the blanket, I could
For
see
real.
it being a plus.
For real. I do think I am gonna go with the fork though. Just for that
Okay.
peace of mind. I would like to go
Fair
with
enough.
the fork.
Fair enough.
Now, folks, we are going to be doing a watch party episode tonight, as we stated earlier. So, just really quick, huge spoiler alert for this movie coming up. We are going to be reviewing the movie. We are going to be dissecting the movie. We're going to be talking about it intelligently and accurately, right? And so, please, we are going to spoil the shit out of this movie.
I don't know about intelligently, Arden, but we will be talking about
I wanted
it.
to see. I wanted to see if I could throw it in there. That was all.
I
Now,
appreciate it.
I will say that this movie is a very, very graphic movie. So, content warning if you decide to watch this movie. If you've never watched this movie before, I do recommend you go watch it before you listen to us talk about it. But
sure.
If you haven't seen this movie before, there's gore, there's a lot of torture, There is, people being tied up and held in captivity and
Children
stuff
being
like
tied up in
that.
health and captivity.
Exactly, stuff like that.
Yeah, it's Saw,
Mhm.
you know.
Mhm.
It 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 was one of the movies that really coined the term torture porn as a genre. So
Mhm.
it's rough.
It's
We're gonna
rough.
talk about it. And if that's not for
Yes.
you, that's okay. And we will see you next
Yes.
week.
Yes, absolutely. Now, however, we will list our sources before we get started tonight, folks. And of course, our first source comes from the movie that we just finished watching, Saw, which was released in 2004. And we will also be referencing the Wikipedia page for Saw. Now,
Mhm.
I do have to say that we are not scholars. Okay. We did just watch this movie, but we're probably going to get some things wrong. And we are also not linguists, and we're probably going to say some things wrong. Now,
Hold on to your asses, because things are about to get backwards.
with story and direction by James Wan and story and script by Lee Winnell, Saw, which came out in 2004, changed the game for the horror genre. Cinematography from David Armstrong is paired phenomenally with music scoring from Charlie Clouser, despite the intro and outro being pretty heavily dated to the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Now, perhaps the most notable and imitated feature from the film would be the effects in the film, with that team being headed up by Thomas L. Bellissimo.
And the effects are bellissimo. They are so
Yes,
good.
they're so good. They're so good. And surprisingly, this movie has a pretty star-studded cast for such a small production. This includes the likes of Danny Glover, Lee Winnell, Carrie Elwes, Michael Emerson, Mackenzie Vega, and Monica Potter, as well as a reoccurring performance that we will see, especially as we get later into the franchise, from Tobin Bell.
Yeah, we're gonna talk a lot about Tobin Bell in the later films for sure.
Oh, yeah, a lot more.
Mhm.
This movie, Saw, was released October 29th, 2004 in the United States and grossed $104 million off of a $1.2 million budget, which again just goes to demonstrate that Saw is inarguably an absolute pillar of the genre.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself, Arden.
To be fair, peek behind the curtain. I should have asked.
No, it's so fine.
I should have asked. Kyle did write that entire thing I just read.
No, beautifully said, Arden.
I'll make it look a little better to make it up to you. I'll put
It's
some
so
editing in there.
fine. No, it really is a pillar of the genre. Like
Yes.
Saw is what you compare this genre of film, this genre of horror to. You
Mhm.
know,
Exactly.
it created and set the bar for sure.
Mhm. Absolutely. So again, we're kind of reformatting what we're doing on the show. So we've broken these sections into categories that we're going to talk about, starting with the direction of the film, which again, this film was directed by James Wan.
Who, as you very poignantly put it, Arden, when we were watching the film, is the master of modern horror. He
Yeah, he
really is.
really is.
He has set the tone for modern horror through multiple different franchises, and this is really where you can see him starting to get his footing a bit, and it's really, really cool because we last night saw Point Five. Was
Yeah.
it a student film or was it just like a
No, it was a short film version of Saw that
Mhm.
they eventually they sent it out as like a kind of like, hey, this is what we're trying to do with this movie. They would send it along with the script.
Yeah. I mean, you can see his influence even in that. You can see his voice in that, and it's really,
Mhm.
really cool. I mean, he really is just the best at it right now. Like,
Yes,
I don't know
he
how else
is.
to say it.
He is.
And he started off That was strong because this was his first feature film, right?
I think so, if not one of his first.
Yeah, if it wasn't his first, it was like, yeah, very early in his career. And, despite that, hell, if he didn't do just one of the best jobs out there. I mean, it
Mhm.
such a consistent tone throughout the entire film,
Well, and I don't know if you picked up on this, and I will talk about this here instead of talking about it in one of the later sections. We'll talk about it again in one of the later sections, but I was curious to see if you picked up on it. And the reason why I'm bringing it up in the directing is because I know this was a byproduct of James Wan, particularly during the bathroom scenes in the film, and maybe we'll even put up a couple clips from Saw to kind of illustrate this. You will notice that when the camera is on Dr. Lawrence, the film is incredibly like steady. The camera angle holds very still. Whereas
Mhm.
when it's on Adam, it's always like moving and shaking
Yeah.
frantically. And I just think that that is such a smart way to approach filmmaking, especially and this is kind of what Kyle was talking about with like James Wan's voice being throughout this entire movie and being in every single aspect of this movie.
Mhm.
It's just really, really crazy. I loved it. I think he did a phenomenal job, especially for
Mhm.
something so early in his career, especially for something that he helped develop. I'm giving the direction of this movie a 9.5 out of 10.
9.5. All right. I am gonna come in a little bit harsher at just a solid 8.0.
Really? Really?
Great.
What's up with that? What's with the big difference?
I think, it's his first movie. You know, there's obviously nothing glaring, which is why he gets an 8, right? And
Mhm.
I don't, I think some of it can be constrained to budget. I think some of it can be constrained to talent, but there are certain things where like the acting is rather weak, and
Right.
as a director, that kind of falls back on him to get that out of his actors a little bit more in the moment, right?
Yeah.
And so to be, yeah, just a little bit cynical because
I
it's not
mean,
perfect, I'm gonna say an 8.
would it be fair? I know that we already rated it, and you don't have to change your rating because I say this, but like, but is it not fair to say that this movie was filmed in like 6 days or something like that?
Oh, for sure, for sure.
And for this, so even knowing all that, despite that, you still give it an 8.
Yeah,
All right, I understand. Okay.
and I think eight's great.
8 is great. I was a little shocked, honestly,
Fair enough.
talking about how he's the father of modern horror and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now, transitioning into the writing of this movie,
Mhm.
I, the writing is okay for the
I
most
think
part.
that's so interesting because I feel like the writing is one of the stronger points of the film.
I think that the writing is just okay, and the reason why is because there's so much reflective text, like so much of like looking back on
That's fair enough,
something.
like, half of the film does take place in flashbacks.
And I don't have a problem with flashbacks necessarily, especially if you
Right.
want to get into the rest of the Saw franchise, you have to kind of be okay with a lot of flashbacks.
We're gonna get to the
But
problems with flashbacks.
but yes, and we'll get there when we get there. But it's
Mhm.
more so like the narration into the
Right.
flashback, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Uh and them literally being like it was 5 weeks ago and I was
I
almost
remember
about to cheat on my wife.
I remember everything that happened now,
Yeah, exactly,
randomly,
exactly.
like 3 times in the film, yeah.
Yeah,
That's fair.
I think that the characters' motivations are written well
Yeah.
because I think and maybe we could talk about this now. I think we could talk about this now. I think the
Mm.
biggest thing that you have to ask yourself when you're talking about a movie like this with the premise
Mhm.
of Saw. Two guys locked in a room, two saws, they're chained, right? The saws don't work on the chains, so you have to cut off your leg, right? What would motivate someone to get to the point of cutting off their own goddamn leg, right? I feel like this movie does a decent, I would even say an above average job of
Yeah,
accomplishing that.
I
I
agree
think
with
it.
that.
I think Dr. Gordon's decision to saw off his leg at the beginning, at the end of the movie, makes sense
Mhm.
by the end of the movie.
I agree with that. It gives me I don't know necessarily where this came from, but it gives me the same idea of it's like he wanted to take two men and almost turn them into like rats in a bucket,
Yeah.
right? You
Mm-hmm.
know, and which rat is gonna survive and which rat is gonna do what it takes to get out of the bucket, you know?
Mm-hmm. And that's
Um,
honestly one of the things that I love about Saw so much is it
mhm.
bringing up those kind of primal, I would say,
Yeah,
questions
yeah,
about us.
taking you down a peg from being like a human being, you know,
Mm-hmm.
is terrifying.
Which I think at this point would be good to mention that that is prevalent throughout all of Jigsaw's traps.
Mhm.
And I guess we could talk about his MO
Yeah,
here
his
since we're talking about the
yeah.
writing.
If you don't know, the entire point of the Saw franchise is this killer, Jigsaw, as he's known to the public, the Jigsaw killer, Jigsaw, essentially takes people who he deems have a chance at finding some twisted sense of
Redemption, rebirth.
redemption and gratitude for being alive, right? And
Mhm.
he does this by placing them into traps that technically they can get out of, right?
Mhm.
Usually via sacrificing either their humanity on some level or a part of themselves physically or
Yeah.
both
Mhm.
or die, you know.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
and obviously that opens up an entire spectrum of morality there and a whole bee's nest of arguments and
Yes.
philosophical debate there. And so that I love that core idea of the series. I think that
Mhm.
is fascinating. And the
Yeah.
series as a whole does a really good job of exploring that. But specifically, I think this film, considering we're talking about the very beginning, this is 1/10 of the series. I think this film does a really, really good job of dropping just enough breadcrumbs about that, right?
Yeah.
To make me excited to see Saw 2, not just for the traps, but also to learn more about Jigsaw and to learn more about this story.
I will say what I think is interesting, and I know that this is more like speaking about the Saw franchise as a whole, but since
Mhm.
we are talking about it, one of the things that I do think is interesting about this movie, and one of the problems that this movie has, is like the weirdly random killings of people in this movie, as opposed to like because
You're saying
Jigsaw.
like the razor wire trap or the
No. No, I'm not even saying the razor wire trap. I'm talking about like the shotgun
right, with
tripwire
the
trap.
detective and yeah,
And I'm talking about, the guy who is gonna get the drills drilled
right.
into him. And also a detective Tap just getting Ezio slashed on his neck.
Right, because I think I have a bit of a problem with those because
Mhm.
it fully throws I will say Jigsaw for now. Jigsaw's modus operandi and his moral grounding that he stands on testing all of these people, it kind of throws it out the window a little bit,
Mhm.
you know?
Mhm. And I mean, to be fair to the rest of the Saw franchise, in this movie, it is very, very tame. You know,
Yes.
it's like, oh, you're a drug addict, therefore you don't appreciate your life. And I'm not saying that
Mhm.
that's not quote unquote deep or whatever,
Right.
but it gets a lot more like pointed later
Mhm.
in the franchise, but regardless.
And so because of that, I think it's fair. I would say the writing for this one,
Mhm.
I would go like a 7.8.
Yeah, I was thinking a 7.7, so
7.8 and a 7.7. Okay.
a 7.95
7.5.
cumulatively. All right, moving on to the cinematography.
Mhm.
The cinematography in this movie is really good.
It is.
The opening shot of the bathroom when they turn on the lights into the reveal of John Kramer's body in the middle of the floor, I think is probably one of the greatest sequences that I've seen in a horror movie.
I mean,
And then
no,
like the
spoiler
spin
yeah,
out,
spoiler alert, but no, the reveal at the end of John
the
Kramer
reveal at
getting
the end.
up.
Mhm.
Oh
It's
my god.
it's so tastefully done, and I mean, this is really, I guess this is where we talk about how Saw really did earn its staple in like horror franchise history,
Mhm.
is really the ending of this movie. The ending of this
Mhm.
movie is so fucking wild. Not only is it a twist ending, but it's a double twist ending
Yeah, dude.
because you have just a really quick overview of the plot. Like Carrie Elwes's character, Dr. Gordon, is basically told at the beginning of the game that he needs to kill Adam, otherwise his wife and his child is going to die.
Mhm.
And so by the end of the game, after he saws his leg off, he grabs the gun that was in John Kramer's dead body's hand and shoots Adam with it.
Mhm.
But then Adam, when Zepp comes in at the end, fucking sneak attacks him and bashes his head in right before he can shoot Gordon. And
But
so,
then
but then, at the end of at the actual end of the movie, Carrie Ellis is like, I have to go get us out.
I have to go bleed out in the hallway 10 feet away.
I'll be right.
Stay here. Stay chained to that fucking pipe.
So after Carrie Ellis crawls stage left, um,
exit stage left.
right out of focus, right behind Adam, you see the dude who's been dead in the middle of the floor the entire movie start to get up, and he does it so perfectly. Tobin Bell's physicality is
Oh, he
absolutely
gets up and he
perfect at
almost
this
does this
moment.
little like yoga stretch for a
Yeah.
second. Like, and I know that sounds funny to say it, but it fits like
Mhm.
so well. And like you said, he's like just out of focus and he
Mhm.
gets up and he rips this prosthetic off and just very casually is like, hey, the key to your lock is in the tub,
Which
and then just walks away.
keen observers will notice floats down the drain at the beginning of the movie,
Yeah. So
which sucks for
lost his
Adam.
opportunity there. Yeah.
And then just one more quick thing about Tobin Bell's physicality. Even the way he closes the door at the end is iconic.
Mm-hmm.
The way he puts his whole fucking body into that shit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
My God.
And the one last cinematography bit that I loved, I think a lot of people might not enjoy the scene, but the scene where Adam is coming back to his apartment and is getting kidnapped.
Oh yeah.
It's in like 95% darkness, and he keeps using this camera flash to like look in each room in his apartment as he's going through. I love that. I love
Mm-hmm.
that idea. I
Mm-hmm.
think the rest of the scene could be a slight bit brighter, but beyond that, the idea phenomenal and the
Really good.
execution really good.
Really good. Yeah, no,
Mhm.
I love that scene too. All right. You go first this time on the cinematography.
Oh, cinematography, I'm gonna say a 9.1,
I am going an 8.7.
8.7.
Yes. Which this is probably, if I remember correctly, is probably going to be the highest cinematography ranking a Saw film gets.
Fair enough, honestly.
For the rest of the franchise, but being honest with you, Kyle, for the next 9 movies that you and I are going to watch
Yeah,
together,
it's kind of a downhill tread from here.
in terms of the cinematography.
Yeah, fair enough.
Mo-
Music,
yeah, the
I honestly
music.
don't have a ton to say about. It doesn't really stand out a lot, which is not a bad thing. I think at the end of the day, one of the best things that a film score can do is not be noticed, honestly.
Yeah.
If
Mhm.
it seamlessly fits into the world that we're watching, and I think that's really good. The only thing being that intro and
Yeah.
outro.
Yeah, you know what though, I will say, especially because I am in case you folks at home don't know, I am a huge Saw franchise fan. I've watched all of the
Mhm.
movies multiple times and I love all of them. That intro and outro is iconic to me. It is nostalgic to me. I do love it for a lot of personal reasons.
Oh, for sure.
So I'm probably going to rank the music a little bit higher than Kyle, but I also agree that it didn't necessarily stand out, which is not a bad thing. And overall, it was good.
So what are we giving the music, Garden?
I'm going to give the music an 8.1 just to feel a little bit better about myself.
An 8.1. That's fair. I think again, nothing bad about it. I would say the music gets a 7.
7,
Yeah.
perfect. I
It
love it.
doesn't stand out, it doesn't offend, you know.
Now, moving on to one of our favorite categories to talk about, we will be talking about the acting in this film. Now, something that we are going to be introducing to our watch party episodes is a special award that we will do every single watch party episode at the end where we give out the best performance award. So make sure to stick around for that.
Yeah.
We'll get to that at the end. But for right now, the acting, I guess we're talking about the acting as a unit, Kyle, as
As a
a collective.
unit, there's a couple of standouts, I
There
will say.
is.
Before we get to them, let's talk about
Mhm.
our main two protagonists here.
Yes.
Because they do get a solid 60-70% of the screen time.
You're talking about Carrie Elwes
I am.
as Dr. Lawrence Gordon and Lee Winnell as
Yes.
Adam.
Yes. They're not bad.
No.
No. And I think it's fair to say that it is a combination of this was done in a week. This was the writer director's first film, maybe
Mhm.
second film.
Mhm.
And they had some constraints going, but there are some rough moments acting
Yes.
wise in this movie,
Yes.
enough so that it kind of pulls you out of it a bit
My favorite.
in some moments.
My favorite. I did not cheat on her.
Cheat on her.
I did not cheat on her!
So
No,
good.
my favorite is, are they okay?
My name is very fucking confused. What's your name?
My name is very fucking confused. What's your name?
So good, dude.
Oh, so good. Now, the best for performance moments, though, I would say, and I think you agreed with me here, come from Mackenzie Vega and Monica Potter as
Ooh.
as uh the wife and daughter of Dr. Lawrence.
Yes.
Who, oh my, specifically the scene where, like we said, content warning, spoiler alert, they are tied up by
Mhm.
Zeb, whatever his
Zep.
name is,
Zep.
Zep, and he does this. It's crazy fucked up. He
Yeah, it's
takes
so
this
bad.
stethoscope and like holds it to each of their hearts while he like puts a gun to their head and
Mhm.
like listens to their heartbeat speed up.
Mhm.
And the two of them give such good performances in this scene that it is uncomfortable to watch.
I was tearing up. I was like, "Oh my god, this feels so real. This is so
Mhm.
bad."
And like I feel like a lesser director might have done that for 3 seconds,
Mhm.
just shown that's what he's doing and cuts it, right?
Mhm.
But we get a full it's probably a solid minute, if not 45 seconds. It is a long take of him doing this to both the mother and the, 7, 8-year-old daughter.
Mhm.
Absolutely nuts, and they knock it out of the park
And
for
and I
sure.
get and I guess just to kinda add on to what Kyle's saying, like, I feel like the movie allows the actors to do that throughout multiple points in this movie,
Mhm,
which is something that I really, really like about,
mhm,
uh, this movie. If you're gonna make a film like this with a lot of, like, like, bodily mutilation and stuff like that, if you're not gonna lean into the realism of it,
exactly.
it kind of cheapens it a little bit. That doesn't necessarily make it bad. It's just now
No.
different. Now we're on a different playing field, and that's all
Yeah,
that happens when you do that. But Saw does a really good job of it, I will say. This
yeah,
this movie does a really good
mhm.
job of it.
The other standout moment that I would say would be from I can't remember the character's name, but, the woman that was locked up in the reverse bear trap.
Oh yeah, Shawnee Smith as Amanda.
Yes, Amanda, thank you, yeah.
Yes, and if you are longtime fans of Saw, you will know that Shawnee Smith will return.
Yes, we are not
But
done with Amanda.
she is not as she is barely in this movie, my
Oh,
friends.
it's a scene, yeah.
It's like 2 scenes. It's the reverse bear trap scene and the police interview
I
scene,
guess, yeah, but they're back to back.
They're basically the same scene.
Yeah,
She does a really good job as well.
she does. Not enough to save, the overall score, though. I would say acting, unfortunately, I would go, like, a 7.3 on this,
Oh, really?
and I think that's being kinda generous.
I think you're being really generous. I'm giving this like
Yeah,
a 6.5.
6.5, I think that's
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah, just overall. I mean, hey, they did a great job. Dude, I love all of these movies. I was telling
Yes.
Kyle, like, so many of the Saw movies, I love them so much for so many different reasons, and I love this one a lot.
Mhm.
But the acting, dude, I said this to Kyle before the show started. I used to be a Carrie Elwes performance defender of this movie. After watching it today, I can no
Yeah.
longer be brave and be
No.
and carry the world on my back like this. You know what I
Mm-mm.
mean? I cannot shoulder this burden any longer. Carrie Ellis does not do a good job in this movie. I'm sorry.
He doesn't.
He
He was
really
phoning it
doesn't.
in a little
I
bit
did
for
not
this
cheat on
one.
her. It's so funny because it's so funny because the scene is he goes to cheat on his wife, and then right before, the woman is like literally she's like about to take off her clothes, and he's like, "Stop. This is wrong. This ain't me. We shouldn't do this. I should go." And I'm supposed to be like,
Good job, bud.
"Yeah, dude." It also doesn't help that Carrie fucking Elvis didn't do that good. It just sucks. I'm sorry. I'm a little passionate right now, okay?
That's okay because we are on to arguably the most passionate section of this movie, the effects.
Yes. Yes,
And
yes, yes, yes.
this is what you watch a Saw movie for. You watch a Saw movie for the kills, right?
You really do.
And the kills are special because of the traps and the effects, right? Because Saw, we say it all the time, does so good with the practical effects.
Mhm.
We love them, we love them, we love them. Of course, the standout is the reverse bear trap. As far as special effects go, I would say that, or I mean, I don't even know what else would really compare to the reverse bear trap as far as special effects moments go in this movie.
I guess Carrie Elwes sawing off his ankle.
Yeah, yeah. It's pretty good, especially for
Um,
2004 and the budget.
yeah, I mean, I guess you could say the razor wire trap a little bit
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
had some
Um,
special effects.
yeah, I think they do a really good job for an independent film on this scale.
Mhm.
Great. And for being 21 years old now, it's aged super well. That I will say.
Mhm.
So I think I would give the special effects a solid 9.2 for this one. I really like the special effects. They have, even though they might not necessarily be the best ever, right? The most seamless ever, they have charm to them,
Yes.
and they have a consistent style and tone, right? Throughout the entire film. Everything looks like it was made by the same person.
Absolutely. I am going to agree and also give it a 9.2 for the effects.
I love that.
I love it.
Now, the overall vibe, and this is where Saw really shines. It seems like we've been a little bit harsh on it so
Yes.
far. And by no means is this the number one rated film in the series, I think, for either of us.
No, it's I don't think it's gonna end up being your number one.
No, but man, it has such a good vibe to it. I've said it
Mhm.
multiple times. The tone of the film is impeccable. It really
Mhm.
is.
Mhm.
Um, it's hard to find a single moment that doesn't feel dirty and gritty
Yeah.
and like you're gonna get tetanus just from watching it a little bit, which is the vibe I think that this franchise goes for, right?
Mhm. Mhm. No, I would agree with you. I think the vibe in this movie is immaculate. I don't think that there's really anything that you could change. I'm gonna stand on that.
Hmm.
And that's basically my reason for it. The vibes in this movie get a 10. It's excellent. It's so well done.
Hmm.
It's perfect, in
I'm
my opinion.
right with you. They get a 10 for vibes.
I love to see it, Kyle. I really do. I love to see it.
Now
Now,
kills. Oof.
the kills. Now, let's talk about the kills, right?
I want to talk about the kills for a second, Jordan.
How many
Let's talk
how many kills are
about
there?
the kills. How many kills are there? There's the
So
two. There's the one detective. Neither of the guys
there's
technically die.
the razor wire trap,
The
right?
razor wire trap, the
The flammable
fire,
jelly
the
trap.
flammable jelly.
I think the drill chair guy survives,
He
right?
survives.
Quadruple shotgun. Oh, you already said the
Yeah, the
detective. And then
detective.
Zep.
Yeah,
Zep
and then
also dies.
Zep. Does he technically? I thought he comes back.
He gets his head bashed in by fucking Adam at the end of the
Oh
movie.
yeah, but I thought they did like some stupid bullshit.
No, Zep.
No, I thought they pulled
No,
some Avengers
no,
Endgame,
no.
the Thanos snap,
No,
something.
hey,
No,
no, they pull some of that shit, but it's not with Zep.
it's not okay.
Interestingly
Okay,
enough, yeah,
fair enough.
that's funny
Um,
though.
so is there really only like 3 actual kills?
Four, four,
4 actual kills?
yeah, it looks like it.
Because yeah, Adam and the doctor both survive
But I mean, at the end of the movie, yeah, they're both still alive.
at the end of this movie. Yeah.
Yeah, they're still alive. Razor wire trap, flammable
So
jelly
yeah,
trap,
wow,
the
wow,
cop, and Zep.
it's shocking.
I guess Danny Glover dies at the end.
I guess that's
Yeah,
true.
Danny Glover gets
Danny
shot by
Glover does
Zep.
die. Yeah, so 5.
Five kills.
Still, 5 feels so low.
It is a little low, isn't it?
Wow. Definitely goes up from there.
Mm-hmm.
As the series goes on. I wonder what the highest kill count is. That's got to be the lowest for the series, right?
I think the highest kill count for the Saw movies, I'm gonna guess that it's Saw 3D. You can go ahead and look that up for a second.
Saw number 1 is Saw 3D with 27 kills.
I knew it. I knew it. A lot of people die in that movie. But yeah, I mean, I guess in terms of the kills in Saw 1, in terms of the people that die, I mean, I would say that Danny Glover's, I think, felt earned. I did like that one. I would also say that the shotgun trap is pretty gnarly. I like that one
Mhm.
too. I mean, when you get into Jigsaw's MO, it raises some questions, but other than that, it's still a gnarly trap. Flammable jelly,
Excuse me. I'm so sorry. There is 6 deaths.
oh, there is.
Yes.
Oh, who's the
There
sixth? Who are
is
we
the
missing?
razor wire, the fire jelly, the guy in the room with her for the bear trap.
Oh, that's right.
The detective, David, gets shot by Zepp, and then Zepp gets beaten by Adam.
Right. Okay. So I guess that one is pretty brutal. That one is wild.
That one's yeah, especially in this extended edition where you actually like get to see her play with the guts a little bit.
Yeah.
It
Yeah, because
definitely has a little bit more impact for sure.
So the kills in this movie, I would say overall are pretty good. I wouldn't say they're as good as like Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the
They're
beginning, however,
definitely not as brutal, I will say,
in terms of the kills. So
in terms
I'm
of the visual impact of the kills. Yes.
yeah, so I'm gonna go with a 7.7.
I think I'm gonna go with a 7.8 because I
7.8.
do
Let's
like
go.
the kills, even though there's not very many.
Yeah, I agree. Now it's time to move on to our special category. What and we have a special category going forward now for every
Yes.
single film that we do. And Kyle, I do have to ask, since it is a Saw movie, this will most likely be the special category for each Saw
Yeah.
film that we talk about going forward. I am wondering your thoughts on the best trap and the worst trap. And I guess you can give it a rating on a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of how much you would like to not be in that trap. Like 10 is
Fair
like
enough.
absolutely fuck this.
So I think I'm gonna go worst trap first.
All right, so the
I
worst trap,
think
the trap that
the
you thought was the lowest quality.
correct, and I have to go with the shotgun trap for this one because
Mm,
there's really not much to it. It's just a booby trap, which
mhm.
is pretty elementary for Jigsaw.
Yeah.
There's not a lot going on there, and beyond that, it's not a true Saw trap in my opinion. In that there
Mhm.
was no escape from it, right? It was
Mhm.
purely just meant there to catch somebody sleeping.
There's no lesson to be learned.
Mm-mm.
He wasn't doing anything bad.
I think the best trap in this movie is the core trap, to be honest, of the two men tied up together and whoever saws their foot off first and shoots the other guy gets to get out. Like
Mm,
it's brutal, it's
it
simple,
is.
and it is the most psychologically fucked up,
It's
you
such a
know?
great premise too.
hmm Especially because it's, quote unquote, it's, this person from the top of society being a doctor and a person from the bottom of society being
Mhm.
this like paparazzo, right? Like
Mhm.
the dynamic of it is so interesting to me.
Yes.
And that being said, I love the complexity of the traps with Saw. And so I think I will give the best trap for this movie
The bathroom trap, huh?
the bathroom trap. I'm gonna say it is a 7.9.
A
I don't
7.9. Interesting.
no like I think the traps scale up quite a bit from
They
here.
do. They
Um
definitely do.
so I want to give myself some room to grow here as the series does. So
Yeah.
it's terrifying for sure. The premise of it specifically is absolutely horrifying. But
Mm.
the trap itself and the mechanics of the trap are there's not much going on.
It's simple in nature, you know.
Yeah. hmm
I agree. Okay. So for me, I'm going to go. I think the worst trap in this movie, and honestly, because I am such a big Saw fan, I am going to be kind of taking the approach of like how well it fits into Jigsaw's MO a little
Right, right,
bit,
right.
which obviously the shotgun hallway trap is one of the most questionable things that Jigsaw does in the
Mhm.
entire film franchise, honestly.
Yeah.
But I do have to say that the razor wire trap is deeply, deeply frustrating because Jigsaw is basically like,
You struggle with suicidal thoughts. If you want to
Mhm.
die, then just do it now and don't move. Otherwise, you can cut yourself and get out of the room. And also, you're fat.
yeah, and it was, and it's just like, oh my
Yeah.
god, Jigsaw, like this is
Mhm.
not it.
That's super valid. Although the trap itself, horrifying.
Brutal,
Brutal.
absolutely.
Especially
And
the
I would,
idea of he got cut so deep that there was stomach acid on the
oh,
floor.
oh Kyle.
Oh,
I didn't say it
dude.
again, dude. Oh, it hurts. Okay.
Dude.
However, I will say that the best trap in this movie, I think, is actually the trap that got this movie made, which is
Oh,
the
yeah.
reverse bear trap.
It's iconic.
And I honestly, with knowing where the rest of the Saw franchise goes, I am going to give the reverse bear trap a 9.2.
That's fair. I only give it. I didn't say the reverse bear trap because I do know almost certainly that the reverse bear trap does make a return later in the franchise, if I am not mistaken.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
And I know it's a
Right.
little bit more impeding when
I mean,
we see it again.
we
So
gotta build to it, Kyle.
okay.
We
Fair
gotta
enough.
build to it, Kyle.
Fair enough.
Now, folks, it is time for our awards for this watch party episode. And we have two
Yes.
awards to give out. That is the best performance and best effect award. And
Mhm.
in terms of the best performance award, I realized that we didn't talk about this at all. We did not pre-plan this. I do think, however, that the best performance award for Saw 2004, I think that I got to give my best performance award to Ken Lung as Detective Steven Singh, dude.
He is pretty good.
I think
He's
this guy
pretty
really
good.
I think this guy really brings it home. I think he does a good job. And I think that he balances off of Danny Glover really well, actually, which says a
Mhm.
lot about his ability as an actor. And so I'm going to give my best performance award to Ken Leung for Detective Steven Singh.
I think that's a great choice. He gets the scrappy young detective vibe really, really well. You know, he
Mhm.
balances Danny Glover's like old grizzled vibe
Yeah.
perfectly.
Hmm.
And sorry, what rating did you give him?
Oh, I guess in terms of rating, I'll give him, I mean, in terms of a best performance rating, uh,
Mhm.
uh, I'll give him a 6.9.
6.9. Okay.
Yeah.
I think for me, and I know she isn't in a ton of the film, but I gotta go for Monica Potter as
Hmm.
what was the character's name?
As Allison,
Allison, thank you. The wife, the doctor's wife.
Allison
Um,
Gordon.
yes. Has some weak moments for sure, but she earns it back for her performance in that one scene
Oh, yeah.
with the heartbeat. And so I'm gonna give her a 7.75.
Nice. Nice. A 7.75, getting to the 100th decimal point.
Got to get a little nitpicky here.
Hmm.
And the last category would be best effect. We talk about special effects enough on this show that we figured it was a good way to end our movie review here.
Yes. I mean, do you want me to go first?
Why not? Yeah, let's hear it.
Because I think that the best effect in this movie has to go to John Kramer's quote unquote suicide in the bathroom.
Yes.
I think that the effects on the makeup effects, the design effects, the prop, everything, I think it's the best part of the design of the movie. I think it is so visually striking. It's one of the most iconic images in horror. I got to go with John Kramer's quote unquote suicide in the bathroom trap as the best effect in this movie. And I'm going to give it a 9.5.
I agree with you on the trap. I would say I'm gonna give it a 9.1. I'm a little bit lower.
Okay.
Still
Okay.
phenomenal.
All right. Hey, I respect it. Okay, so I guess now we tally up all of these scores and all these different categories. And that's how this stuff is getting rated now, huh?
Yeah, sounds like it.
So that
We're
brings
math geniuses.
So that brings our scores. My score, I ended Saw 2004 with an 8.4 out of 10. I loved this movie. I think this fits perfectly on my rating. This is probably where I would have put it anyway. Incredible stuff. Love this movie. Highly recommend it. Got to go watch it.
Yeah, I ended at an 8.2, just a little bit lower than Arden. It's about where I figured I would be, honestly. I got nothing to complain about there.
Absolutely. And that brings our back asswards cumulative score to an 8.3, which, if we pull up our ranking scale, where does that put Saw in here? Now we got to take some time to figure this out really quick.
That ties Saw with Cabin in the Woods,
I think that that is really, really fair.
putting it right between No One Will Save You and The Descent.
I think that's really, really fair. I do like Saw better than The Descent, and I did like No One Will Save You more than Saw, honestly.
Yeah, it
No One
is
Will Save You is
crazy.
a better movie.
It is crazy how it keeps lining up like that, huh?
Oh, dude, we are nothing if not consistent. And also, just as a little side note, this we have this movie rated higher than the IMDb rating, which is a 7.6 out of 10 on IMDb.
Mm-hmm.
Now, before we leave the show tonight, I did just want to share one little thing since you guys are the patrons, since you guys are paying for this, and since we're about to embark on this crazy journey anyway. For those of you who are curious, before me and Kyle embark on this Saw journey, these are my Saw movie rankings, having watched all 10 of them. If you're watching this video was made when after Saw X, but before Saw 11 came out. Okay. So this is as of Saw X being out. These are my rankings for Saw movies: Saw 3, Saw 6, Saw X, Saw 2, Saw. So we just watched my 5th favorite Saw movie,
So
Saw
Arden,
3D.
no, go ahead and finish.
No, yeah. Saw 3D at number 6, Spiral, Jigsaw, Saw 5, and then Saw 4 at the bottom of the list.
So now, Arden, the question is, do you think 3, 6, 10, X, and 2 all rate higher than an 8.3?
Ooh, I guess that is a pretty good question, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, probably for me, they do.
Okay. I guess an 8.4 technically, yeah, for you, right?
But yeah, I mean, these movies, maybe not all of them, maybe not Saw 6. Here's the thing. These movies, I love these movies. Does that mean that I think that they are the most well-made movies of all time? Absolutely not. I can see the criticisms of these movies for what they are, and I recognize them for what they are. And most of them are legitimate for the most part. But I just love this franchise. I have a very deep nostalgia and love for this franchise. So
yeah, I'm excited to get through the rest of it.
absolutely.
Sure.
But with that in mind, folks, thank you so much for joining us on tonight's episode of The One Name Phenomenon. It is so special to do this show for you folks, with you folks. If you're here, it means that you're a Manchurian candidate, and it means that you support us financially. And that means the world. Thank you so much.
And if you're here, your family.
Exactly. You can totally listen to our previous episodes for more. I am going to recommend our episode on
Pressure's
the
on. Arden. We have a
Pollock
document
sisters.
The Pollock sisters. I forgot about that
Crazy.
episode.
Crazy
Oh, man.
stuff in that episode. Highly recommend it. Kyle did a great job putting that together for us. So highly recommend that episode. It is so wonderful to be here with you folks. I'm Arden.
I'm Kyle.
And we will see you next week unless
Unless
you get a tape recorder in the mail with a tape that says play me. First of all, call the police. Second of all, do not play the tape because then you will hear,
I want to play a game.
And if you find yourself in your apartment and it's nighttime and you think that somebody might be breaking in, rather than using your camera's flash to check all of the rooms for people, maybe turn on the lights so you can stay weird.
and just remember that that's probably the first thing that you would have thought of, and that was the first thing that Adam thought of, but he couldn't turn on the lights because Jigsaw cut all the power. And then he tried to use a flashlight, but the flashlight batteries were dead. So just remember that you should go through the process of elimination when you're alone in your house and you think that there's a killer in your closet so that you can stay weird.
The danger is real, my friend.
Stay safe, stay weird. The danger is real. Okay, I love you. Bye. Don't get
Love you,
caught.
see
It
you
is
next
not
week. Bye.
trap.
Dude, have you ever gone back and watched a Chris Angel stunt as
No,
an
I
adult?
haven't. No.
It's so bad.
It's really bad.
But
Dude, I remember like him putting his fucking hand through a fucking vending machine and me being like, what? And then my dad telling me that the handkerchief that allows you to put your hand through a vending machine like Chris Angel did costs $2 million. And I was like, what? Because my dad used to watch Mind Freak. Dude, my dad loves fucking TV
dude.
shows like that.
We watched it every day, dude.
His fucking walking on
Yeah.
water one.
It's this one, dude.
Is that the one that you're pulling
this is,
up?
No. This is 3 minutes and 45 seconds.
I'm ready. I'm so ready, dude.
Show me to me, please. Is it on TikTok?
Is it on TikTok? Where, Rachel?
Before I
Where?
begin, I want to point out two things. I have a hearing device and a microphone. That's my only communication, and that's to the pilot, Glenn, of the helicopter. Let's do this.
Yeah.
You're up.
We should do this for a full episode.
I would be so down. There's a couple full episodes on YouTube.
Yeah, dude. You better.
You think
Whenever
God
you're
is
ready,
taking
bud.
your ass after
After you floated over the Luxor,
after
dude.
you sold your soul to the devil to be able to levitate?
Whoa, hey, hold on there, bucko. Wait, I gotta get in the cage first.
Not yet.
All right, let's run after the cage. What's happening? I'm confused.
He's gonna jump the thingy off of the jump and appear in the cage.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
Now you tell me if you can see where they cut here, okay? As a kid, I could not tell. As an adult,
any camera tricks whatsoever to accomplish this. We're
no
going to show
camera
you a
tricks
continuous shot
whatsoever.
of the helicopter hovering over the ramp
gonna
with
show
the
you.
empty cage. That shot will never cut and will not go off screen until I'm safely in the cage or at the bottom of the canyon.
It looks like they got you, Kyle.
It's not a double. It's not a twin. It's only one of me.
I'm putting on the helmet so we can switch body doubles.
Glenn, I'm set.
Camera just cut.
It's very windy up here. I'm trying to keep it as steady as I can.
Well, I want you to go. I want you to go, Michael. Get a continuous shot.
Chris, we're all set up here. Ready when you are.
Let's do this.
3, 2, 1, go.
Can you see where they sped up the film? Look at this. Right there.
And I'm supposed to be like, whoa! I can't
dude.
believe they did that shit. He did it. Look at him, he's in the cage. Wait, go
Did
back.
it.
What happened to the continuous shot screen? It's just also covered by the fire. That's so funny. That's awesome. Right there, baby.
What happened to the motorcycle? Show me the fiery wreck of the empty motorcycle at the end of the canyon, and then I'll believe you. To give him some credit, some of the shit he did was pretty nuts.
Some of it, yeah.
You know, but
Oh, that's funny.
okay, let's do this thing, man.
Tell me where they cut. I didn't think it was gonna be like that obvious. I thought they were gonna do something pretty wacky, but not that wacky. They just put fucking flames over the whole fucking thing. And then he's just in the cage and they're like, yeah,
woohoo!
that was awesome. That just happened right now.
There wasn't a half hour between these two cuts. Woohoo!